Yo, what's up YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over the summer units from last year. Most likely we will be getting new summer units in the next month-ish area. But I was requested by one of my new subscribers to go over this. So and I realized that I hadn't done that, honestly, since they released. I haven't gone over these units. So let's do that. We're going to go over them in order of their release. So Mary first, then Neon, then Anise, and then Helm. Alright, so let's go for Mary first. Mary is an interesting case, as is most of these other ones as well. I forgot that I took her gear off. I think I put them on someone? It was Leona. No, it was Alice. Yes, she's very good. She's very, 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 very good at what she does. Mary likes to do two things, and she does both of them extremely well. In fact, she is the best option at both of those things. The thing is, both of those things aren't really the most inclusive for like a bunch of units. But what she likes to do is Mary likes to buff. Hold up. I don't have these skills 10, 10, 10, so maybe I'll just go to the Nikkeipedia. But what Mary likes to do is Mary likes to buff water units, and she likes to buff she likes to buff water units, and then she likes to do a crap ton of healing, and she is legit the best in both of those. Mary has the most healing in the entire game, and she also has the best buffs for water DPSs. She has better buffs than Litter. In terms of water DPS, she is the best option. But yes, as you can see here, she has a crap ton of healing in her skill 1. She has a crap ton of water buffs in her skill 2. A crap ton of them. And her burst is also just for heals and water. In terms of heals and water, she is amazing. She is the best passive healer in the entire game in terms of just raw healing. But if you want consistent heals, I'd probably go with Rapunzel. But she does have more heals than Rapunzel. I don't see why you would ever need more heals than Rapunzel, but she does have more heals than Rapunzel, and she's also good for water units. And most likely we'll be getting I'm not even gonna say like most likely. I'm gonna say that I am almost 100% confident that one of the new swimsuit units is going to be water. I mean, it just makes sense. Like, 2 of the old ones are water. I mean, it just makes sense to make at least one of the swimsuit units water. So I can say that Mary is really, really, really good for buffing water DPSs. You're really never going to, actually no, it's literally impossible to buff Dorothy with Mary, because Dorothy's damage is done on her burst, and you can't use both of these bursts, in the same rotation, but, not a lot of DPSs here. I guess maybe Vibro. But yeah, and this is the problem. Mary's really, 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 really good at buffing water units. She's also really good at doing heals. Unfortunately, we don't really have I think the only insane water DPSs that we have are Ludmilla and Amelia, and even then, they're not like insane. They're just conditionally really good. They're just, under the right conditions, they're really good. Like, with a bunch of things to hit, Amelia's insane. With a core, Ludmilla is absolutely insane. They're kind of conditional. And neither one is like a Pilgrim level insane unit like Crown or like Scarlet or like Red Hood, which is kind of the problem. Also, another problem, I would say the biggest thing that I have against running a water team, even though she's such a good like buff She is such a good buffer for the water team. Well, I cannot talk. Even though she is such a good buffer for the water team, my main problem with this chick is that there is currently no water CDR unit. A CDR unit is a cooldown reduction unit. There is no water CDR unit besides Dorothy, and Dorothy really needs Privity. And if you're running Dorothy on the team, you might as well just run her as the burst 1. Which is, I mean, you need a CDR that's also water, which we do not have currently. They need to be, probably, I would say, ideally, they would be a burst 2. If we get a burst 2 CDR water unit, Mary could be a very, very, very viable option, and the water team could actually be really, really viable. You're getting a bunch of offensive stuff from this chick, and you're getting all the healing that you'll need with this chick. Just add the CDR from the burst 2, and then get some strong DPSs, and then you're set. Alright, this next one will be really short. Neon, oh my gosh, okay. Neon Blue Waters or Blue Ocean, yeah. That's what it was. This chick, I really tried to make her work. I really did. The problem is her modifiers are just so freaking bad. Her modifiers are so bad. I've tried her in so many different scenarios. The thing is, she outdoes a lot of DPSs against fire bosses, but it's not even the meta DPSs. It's just like, oh yeah, she can like outdo most of the DPSs in the entire game against fire bosses. But against the meta units, even against fire bosses, she loses out in terms of damage. Hold up. I'm like, dude, what's even the point? Just run someone that's better than her. Oh my gosh, literally, man. Like, I believe that she came out like a week, 2, maybe 3 weeks after Nihilister dropped. So, the damage to parts and the damage to strong element, she was probably made because a lot of people were struggling with Nihilister when Nihilister did first release. It did first release in the Chapter 20 boss thing. When people were first challenging that bosses and they weren't whales, they were struggling. A lot of people were. I was stuck on that boss for like a week, I think. I still remember the team I used to beat it. Litter, Viper, Helm. I believe it was Modernia and Scarlet. But yeah, that boss was really hard. I think that she was made specifically to beat that boss. That's why there's so many like parts things here, because Nihilister has a lot of parts. And then that's also why she has an AoE thing here. But she's just not good. She's just not. Her multipliers are just way too low. If they really wanted to make her better, they should make her multipliers way higher. And then she'll be probably the best fire killer in the entire game. She probably will be. That's all that she really needs. That's all that she really needs is just for y'all to just give her really good multipliers, and then she could be insane. The next one, y'all will probably already know. Sparkling Summer. Anise. This chick is crazy. This chick is absolutely insane. Right now, her team is not in the top 5 anymore. The shotgun team has knocked her out of the top 5. Well, it depends. Against like 90% of solo raids, the boss will hit way too hard, and you'll have to run a solo raid variant of that team. The solo raid variant of the last bullet team is... Hold up. The solo raid variant of the last bullet team is... There you go. I took off all their cubes, so they're pretty significantly weaker. Is... Where are you? This team right here. Because you're going to need the extra bit of sustain, you have to run Biscuit. And even then, this team is like a whale team. Ideally, if Marciana has enough sustain for the entire team, what you would want is you would want an electric DPS to benefit from Anise's skill 1, which is it's an attack up and a reload speed buff for all electric code allies. I cannot talk, dude, dang. So you want an electric code DPS to pair with her to be able to really benefit from that 50% increase, which would ideally be either Guillotine or Scarlet, would probably be the ones that hit the hardest. Maid Privity, if you want to run her, you might as well just run a shotgun team. But yeah, it would ideally be either Guillotine or Scarlet. Haran's alright. I really want to use her, but she's not really good against bosses. Maiden is really bad because she taunts herself. I don't know why she does that. If she literally just did not do that, then she'd be so much better. But yeah, actually, Moran is not a bad option for like a little bit of like extra sustain. And also like getting a lot of damage in. Moran is not a bad option. From when I did try her out, she does seem to be able to do more damage than Dorothy because of that buff that Anise gives. So yeah, she's a 42nd, but you know, you could put her there for like some extra damage. But yeah, and that's the problem. The ideal team would be either this or this, which like I said is the problem. Because that team is not sustainable. So you have to run either this or this, which is just not the best option because Privity just does not do that much damage. Anise does an insane amount of damage still. If I'm being honest, Anise's damage is really high. Anise has a lot of damage, dude. She has a lot of damage in her kit. The thing is, I think that the last Blit team needs a sustain that does a little bit more than Marciana. Either that or Marciana needs to get her treasure so that her heals can get a little bit of a buff so that she can actually sustain the entire team, like Blanc is able to. Like Rem is mostly able to. Like Naga is able to. You need to be able to have like a lot of sustain, like enough to keep up with the damage that's being thrown at you. And Marciana, from what I've seen, just does not have she just doesn't have the healing to be able to keep up with like solo raid bosses. Gravedigger, this past like solo raid was an exception. Gravedigger hit extremely weak for some reason. I think it was because as long as you got the circles, it was fine. But yeah, so it was a viable team there because you could actually run another DPS if you wanted to. But in most solo raids, which is really that's really what this video is for like solo raid stuff. In terms of like normal team building, Anise is, yes, she is worth it 100%. But if you want to be able to compete with like meta, I would say that the only thing that you really need meta for is the solo raids. And for solo raid, the last Bullet team is just not good enough because their only strong DPS is Anise. In short, pick Anise up. Yes, she's really good. Right now, her team is not the best. Her team does need a little bit of work, but she herself is still really good. She's a support with this skill 1, and she also has a crap ton of damage with this skill 2, and also with her like shotgun stuff. So yeah, Anise is very good. She's very good. Her team is not the best right now, but she is still really good. The last one is Helm. Now, if there were two that I would have to recommend that you pick up 100%, it would be Anise and Helm. Because Helm is a very important character just to have in general, because Helm is a CDR. She is a cooldown reduction unit. That means that you can use her to be able to lower the cooldown of your entire team, just like Litter, Volume, and D-Killer Wife, you know, Dorothy, like all of them. Just like all of those chicks, she can be used as well. But the thing that makes her special is that she is only one of two CDR Burst 2 units. There is only one other CDR Burst 2 unit, and that is Dala. She is the only other one. And Dala is better in most cases, but this Helm, against electric bosses, is the best option. And right now, I would say that you need to get her just because she's a CDR unit, and just having a Burst 2 like CDR option is really nice. And really, you do need a Burst 2 like CDR option for the rocket launcher team. From all of my testing, Mika is the one that does, you know, buff the most damage on the rocket launcher team after, you know, all of these other ones are used up. We have D-Killer Wife here, we have Volume here, we have Litter here. Tuve is just not gonna be good here. Dorothy is not gonna be good here without Privity, and Privity is not gonna be on a rocket launcher team. So yeah. Yep. So yes, the best option right now, I would probably have to say, is Dala. But the thing is, for electric bosses, you can sub her out for Helm. And right now, you don't really need that many Burst 2 like CDR units, but she'll be nice to have just because she is a Burst 2 CDR unit. And because they're so rare, I would say that it's good to just pick up one copy. That's exactly what I did. I think I picked up one copy. I might have picked up two, because I think I really wanted I picked up two because I really wanted that lobby screen, but I didn't want to spend any money. So I do have two, but I think that is worth and just picking up one, just so that you can have another Burst 2 CDR option. Because CDR units are very valuable. They are literally the most important roles to fill in on a team. It is to be able to handle that cooldown of the burst. And it seems like besides Dala, Helm is really the only option for Burst 2. So, and it seems like, and that's gonna, stay like that at least for the foreseeable future. I cannot talk, dude. What the heck? But yeah, with that being said, those are the ones that came out last year. We'll have to wait and see for the new summer units that come out probably in a few weeks. I would say definitely pick up Anise. She's worth it. I would say if you can, try to pick up one copy of Helm, and also try to pick up one copy of Mary. Neon is by far the one that has the most fan service, but she's also by far the weakest. I'm not going to point out the fan service here. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not going to point it out there because I don't want my channel to get in trouble. But yeah, I would try to pick up Anise 100%. And then if you do get Mary and Helm along the way, I wouldn't be mad about that. They're very good. And then Neon is nice to look at. So, Anise 100%, you should probably get her if you do not have her. Try to pick up a copy of Mary and try to pick up a copy of Helm. Burst 2 CDR, best water buffer, and also has the strongest heals in the game. And then Neon is just fan service. And then she's just a super strong support and DPS. So 100%, I would probably say to get a niece, but 100%. I've said that, at least 2 or 3 times already, but I mean it. Like, I really, really try to get a niece. She is worth it 100%. I'm trying to think of something, man. I'm thinking. See, I'm trying to brainstorm, and I'm thinking of something, man. Normally, you wouldn't want to break up a team like this, but would this be a good option? Hold up. I wonder, would this be a good option? Maybe. I can try this. This may be better than having what I had before. I don't know if any of these units don't like having their ammo reduced. But even if they do, they'll be having Privity's reload speed. Maybe that could work. Maybe this could work, man. Maybe this team could work. I'll have to try it out, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, maybe Dorothy would just be better because I could put Privity on instead of like Dala/Helm, and then that could really work. Who knows, man? I'll try it out. And with that being said, that is all that I wanted to say. I talked about the summer units. They're very good. I talked about really nothing else but the summer units. I guess that was the whole point of the video, though. So yeah, I guess I'm done. If you guys learned something from this video, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Very appreciated. If not, I'm glad that you guys just came to watch the video, and I will be back because I gotta go and edit some stuff and upload a video. So I will be back to record one last video, and it'll probably be uploaded maybe around 12 my time. So yeah, be looking for one more video right after this one. All right, I'll see y'all in the next